The year was 1985. Nike launches the Air Jordan 1, and it wasn't just a sneaker. It was an instant icon. Leather, rebellion, hype. $126 million in sales that first year. Legendary. But here's the part that nobody talks about. While the Air Jordan 1 was blowing up, Nike quietly dropped another version. Same look, cheaper build, half the price. They even called it their own knockoff. That shoe became the cult classic that we know today as the Air Jordan 1 AJKO. The Air Jordan 1 retailed for $65, which was a high premium back then. I know, right? Please bring me back. I wasn't even alive back then, but I want to be. If you adjust that to today's economy with the inflation and all that, it comes around $185 to $200. And even with that premium, fans loved it, but many couldn't afford it. Meanwhile, a lot of knockoff brands were cashing in with the cheaper copies. So Nike had a two-front war: protect the hype and reach the budget crowd. So what did they do? They made their own knockoff. The AJKO hit the shelves in 1986. Some say it was from 1985 as well. But for the sake of this video, let's just say it was from 86. And it retailed for a whopping $34.99. Huh? Half the price, same iconic look, same iconic colorways. It's like Nike's way of saying, skip the fakes, here's the real deal for cheaper. So how did Nike slash that price tag? Easy. Swap the leather with canvas, borrow the sole from the Nike Vandals, remove the Air unit, and even the Wings logo got tweaked to read AJKO. So from a distance, it looked like the normal Air Jordan, as you can see right there, especially when you're wearing pants. But up close, it was your budget build. But unlike the Air Jordan at the time, the AJKO didn't get the hype that it deserved. It didn't get the commercials, it didn't get the posters of MJ flying through the air. It just showed up all of a sudden. On shelves, no hype, no spotlight, and Jordan himself didn't even wear them. Unless there's archival photos that have yet to be released to the public that we do not know of. So for the buyers, it was a trade-off. Same silhouette, cheaper price, but no premium feel, no Air units. The sneakerheads at that time knew that the Air Jordan was the real deal, so the AJKO lived in its shadow. Plus, the canvas wasn't built for the court anymore. It's been a long time since the Chuck Taylors were an NBA icon. Most pairs of the AJKO were worn out fast and tossed. That's why the originals today are super rare and super expensive right now. Especially back then, nobody kept their sneakers. Once it was broken, it's out of your life forever. Except the select few, of course. So for decades, the AJKO was a ghost. It didn't show up anywhere. It was forgotten, barely remembered. But in sneaker culture, obscurity breeds mystique. We all know that. So in 2010, Nike finally retroed the AJKO, complete with the vintage style. Not a lot of people like that. It's not until another decade, the 2020s, where the vintage style was in. I don't even think it was in. It was forced up upon us. So it didn't make huge waves at first, but the comeback planted the seeds. So over time, the AJKO went from the overlooked knockoff to the cult favorite. As the years went by, Nike kept testing the AJKO waters, releasing in 2014 and 2015 with colorways such as the Sport Blues and the Shadows. They still weren't as hype as the Jordan 1s that came out during that time. I mean, at that time, we got the Chicagos, we got the Black Toes, we got the UNC Retros. So it was hard to beat, might I say. Then, finally, the 2021 era, the 2020s, pandemic hit. The Air Jordan was at its peak popularity thanks to a certain documentary. Resale prices were wild and every drop sold out. Crazy time to be a sneakerhead. Perfect timing for the AJKOs. The big return, the Chicago colorway, the AJKO re-release, and this time everyone noticed. including me. Suddenly, it wasn't just a knockoff, it was history. People loved the canvas, it was easy to wear, it was a Chicago colorway, and the connection was there. It was part of the Jordan era. This in history is probably one of the best retros of all time. It's almost 1-to-1 with the 85 or the 86. It depends on what you want. So Nike doubled down with this hype. They collabed with Billie Eilish, they collabed with Union, pushing the AJKO into fashion circles. So what started out as a budget knockoff had officially leveled up into a cult classic, a fashion icon. I mean, that's what I say because I love the AJKO. So in conclusion, the AJKO began as Nike's secret weapon against knockoffs, a cheaper shadow of the Jordan 1s. For decades, it was forgotten, but time flipped the script. Today, it's celebrated for the very quirks that once made it an afterthought. Canvas, mystique, the rarity. It's no longer just a knockoff. I keep doing this. How many times did I do that? Comment that down below. It's no longer just the knockoff. It's a legend in its own right. So I want to know your take. Is the AJKO a worthy sibling to the Jordan 1? Or is it forever going to be the underdog? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you're into sneaker deep dives, sneaker history, vintage sneakers, hit that like, subscribe, and tap the bell for more sneaker stories. If you want to know about vintage sneakers you can afford and buy right now, click this video right here. This is Matt Kismorio. Peace. Thank you so much for joining me. Until the next time.